Honest Game Trailers, Diablo Immortal.
After creating a gaming experience that defined an entire genre and carefully preserved its reputation by only releasing a sequel once a decade, discover
I wouldn't say preserved.
what happens when Blizzard sheds every designer that matters and finally falls prey to the eventuality all video game IPs will face. Getting a watered-down mobile version that doesn't even pretend that it's not trying to grind money out of you like you're a Nephilim Rift.
Yep. You not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Diablo Immortal. Welcome to the future that this random guy in a red shirt warned us about.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
What's so funny about this is that he was right. Like, he was fucking right. Everybody else that was like, oh, we'll give him a chance. We'll see what's going to happen. You know, oh, we don't know that's going to happen. Blizzard's ever made we'll give it. Yep, he was right. He knew.
Joke.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I saw it on Twitter. He's like, yep, I played Diablo Immortal, and I uninstalled it. It lived up to my expectations. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Phones are now powerful enough to run an experience that kind of looks like Diablo 3. But they still haven't figured out the part where it sucks ass to play. As the sliver of skill and concentration that the PC franchise required is tossed aside for sliding your greasy thumbs all over a tiny screen, auto-running to the next objective while you fall asleep on the bus, and loosely slapping your abilities around at anything that moves. In an experience that reviewers will call the best ARPG you can play on a phone.
I don't understand how this got through. How did this get through editorial? Diablo Immortal is far too good to be free? Spoiler alert, it's not free or good.
Ignoring the fact that the rest of them feel about as fun as giving your grandparents an oil massage. Not that playing it on the PC is that much better, unless you're a fan of playing the cookie clicker version of Diablo. Discover an adventure.
That is accurate. The cookie clicker version of Diablo. Has there ever been a bigger true?
More repetitive than a normal Diablo storyline. Set in between the existing games when an ancient evil has yet again been awakened. You'll choose a champion from a team of the exact same guys from Diablo 3, using largely the same abilities, and meeting up with all of the same guys from the real game. As you run around really familiar set dressings, where except for usual expansive maps, they've been streamlined into extremely bite-sized chunks, as you quest to find 3 of a thing that you'll be guided to immediately, to fight a boss that you'll mash attack until it dies, and watch a cutscene to get shot to a new area to do the same thing over again.
I don't understand how more people didn't see that. I don't understand how anybody was like, man, this is what I was waiting for. Thank God we're getting this. This guy knows something. Yeah, like, what happened? It's obvious this was dog shit.
Of which combine to remind you that you could be playing a better version of this at all times, and make the differences feel like exactly what it is. A mundane imitation that you're supposed to no-brain while taking a shit. Take out a second mortgage to prepare for the actually terrible part of Diablo Immortal. The microtransactions. As the game gives you a solid 8-ish hours of leveling with relatively few upsells, then grinds to a halt as you run into level limits for story quests, forcing you to grind away at the same content over and over again.
Oh, that's fun.
Essentially stretching out 15 hours of actual gameplay into 30. Or, of course, you could just fork
That's actually right. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't just make the main story quest level you up to 60. Yeah, there's no reason why that couldn't happen. Yeah, it's like you... Like, that's what it would be. Like, about level 30 or so, everything just slows down for no reason.
Some cash and make the game fun again. Until you run into another gate a couple of hours later. And God forbid you get to the end game, where you'll endlessly grind, hoping for legendary gems that will never drop for you. That you'll need to even contend in the pay-to-win PvP mode that you'll probably just stop playing once you get steamrolled by a character someone dropped a couple $100s on. All accumulating to an experience that will put off even people that initially liked this housefire of a game, leaving only Saudi princes and whales that clearly need a gambling intervention to flex on the poors.
That's absolutely fucking right. To be fair, I like watching people that are whales in Diablo Immortal because I think it's funny. I think it's funny to just watch people like, yeah, they're wailing out in the game. They've got a bunch of money in the game. Just how they act about it, how they fucking behave, just everything. Yeah, it's like the more money, the better. Whale wars. Yeah, exactly.
Or so you would think. In a system which technically you don't have to pay to play, if you don't plan on doing the endgame, PvP, or basically anything else that Diablo at this point is known for.
That's right.
You know, I think the most nefarious thing about this whole thing is the fact that you essentially have to work for the loot box that you paid for. Which at this point, you're paying less for the items and more for the pain. Honestly, just pay someone to step on your balls. You'll probably save a lot more money. So clean that phone screen and get your parents' credit card ready for a game that is a ridiculously obscene attempt at maximizing monetization at worst and a middling mobile title at best. In a bitter experience that doesn't come from a lack of technical prowess, but from watching a thing you love get processed by the same garbage content churning machine as everything else. Also, if you thought the reception for Immortal was bad, it'll be 1,000 times worse if any of these systems pop up in D4.
That'll never happen.
Unless they had enrolling for anime girls or topless men, then it's totally justified. Starring Sigma Grindset, Snooze Satyr, Renfair Raver, Kung Fu Hustler, Leaderboard Hunter, and Actual Cancer. Diablo Shadow Legends. I mean, come on. A Diablo game without inventory management? That's sacrilege. It's like making a sneaker without child labor. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my
Shadow
epic
Legends,
voice
man.
in the comments below.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
propose
man.
to my girlfriend when we get back to base.
I just, like, Necromancer's Casual Trip, yeah, it's just sad. Like, it is just sad. As I said, I think the best part about it is knowing that some of this stuff is going to go into Diablo 4. I think it's so funny to imagine that. Oh boy. Average Asmongold enjoyer. Here we go. Let's watch it.
I've been playing vanilla WoW since the your gear mattered. Days. Your accomplishments mattered. Your social connections and MMORPG. Now Blizzard is ruining the game with mongold. Then like my wrath is gonna be dead on arrival. I know you've been missing the real WoW.
Oh my god.
Okay, that will show them. Okay, and now post on the Reddit.
Okay.
Now,
look at the headphones.
See what he's doing on stream now.
Gonna stay up late just to buy a piece of shit for
what? He's playing this stupid Diablo Immortal again? This pay-to-win shit?
Some pay-to-win, free-to-play bullshit.
He's
and I
so
fucking
bald.
stay up late for it.
Look at that!
Kidding
He's
me?
so bald! Oh my god, this is hilarious! I'm gonna type in chat. Bald. Bald. Baldy. It's funny.
I will buy all of these.
Where's my mouth?
Oh my god. Did you hear my Jesus analogy? Do you know how Jesus went and he died for the
True. True. Good one, Baldy. True.
This is so fucking good. This is actually one of the best videos I've ever seen.
True.
With the Jesus analogy.
Lul. Yep. True. True. Ah shit, it's McConnell. I hate him, he's so toxic.
Oh my.
Shut up, McCock.
This is just so fucking amazing. Link, please. I'll link it in a minute, man. This is so good. Holy fucking shit. Wow.
McCockle.
Macaque.
McToxic. Shut up, McCock.
There it is.
I got banned. He banned me and said, shut up, pussy. What? I hate McConnell. Ah, shit. What am I gonna do now? Shit.
Make another account.
I'll go jerk off to hentai or something.
That's my opinion.
Oh no! Oh no! Look at. Oh, feeding. Oh my fucking god. This is, I can't do any more of that. And look at the cat. It's CatDany. It's just, this is so good.
True. Ah, shit, it's McConnell. I hate him, he's so toxic. Shut up, McCock.
Shut up, macaque. Just fucking typing it in there. True. This is probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. This is so fucking good. Like, honestly, this is amazing. The keyboard, yeah, look at that. Asmongold, lol. Yeah, there you go. Timeouts. Yeah, exactly. This is so fun. See if he's actually banned. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, laugh art. It's just, so much of it is just perfect.
Free to play bullshit.
He's
and I have
so
to fucking
bald.
stay up late for it.
Look at that.
You kidding
He's
me?
so bald.
It's just so
Oh
dumb.
my god, this is hilarious. I'm gonna type in chat. Bald.
Look at the fucking buttons. Look at the fucking buttons. Wash hands, True, Bald, and McConnell.
Bald. Bald. Baldy.
Man, this stream can be pretty stupid sometimes, huh? Yeah, it can be pretty fucking dumb. Look at the mouse pad. Let me see.
I will buy all of these.
Where's my
No,
Mountain
because
Dew?
Do you hear my Jesus analogy? Do you know how Jesus went and he died for the
True.
And the
True.
reason I look
Good
like this
one,
and walk
Baldy.
through the desert
True.
I just... Fuck, man. This is so true. Yeah, I feel like the video is so accurate. This is the best. I think this might be like one of the best Asmongold like fan videos we've ever seen. It's so honest. Yeah, this is so fucking funny, man. Is that Wu Ping? Yeah, it's Wu Ping. I'll link it. Yeah, give him a sub, man. This is amazing. I'm honestly astonished at how good this is. Like, very rarely am I like, okay, this is like, what I liked about it is, I think that the Baldy part was my favorite because it was so stupid. Like, it was so absolutely fucking dumb that I liked it a lot. That's the main reason. Okay, anyway, let me see this one here. Blizzard is going big dick. So this is the news that I had wanted to talk about with Warcraft here. So Blizzard actually brought an entirely fucking new studio into WoW. Look at this. Spellbreak Development Studio Proletariat acquired by Blizzard Entertainment. That is fucking massive. Can you believe that? Holy shit. Blizzard Entertainment has acquired Spellbreak Development Studio Proletariat Incorporated. As reported by VentureBeat, the 100 plus person studio is being absorbed into Blizzard specifically to bolster the Warcraft development team and reduce downtime between content patches. Holy shit. Oh my god. So this is what Mike Ybarra said about it. We're putting players at the forefront of everything that we do, and we're working hard to meet and exceed our expectations. A big part of caring for our teams is making sure that we have the resources to produce experiences our communities will love, while giving our teams space to explore even more creative opportunities with their projects. Proletariat is a perfect fit for supporting Blizzard's mission of bringing high-quality content to our players more often. I think this is really big and really good. Yeah, this is actually a good thing. Like, I'm very happy about this. I think this is a tremendous, big positive for Blizzard right now. This is really, really, really good. And if it's bad, I mean, here's the thing. Can it be worse? I mean, I don't know. Like, the way that I think, this is where I think WoW is at right now. This is the popularity. I haven't done one of these for a while. This is the popularity of WoW. Okay? It's like this. That's basically what's happening. Is it's slowly going down. It's not going down rapidly. It's not in like a tremendous decline. It's not dying and the servers will be shut down by next year, but it's just slowly losing popularity. And it's not flatlined. No, it's not. I think it's slowly losing popularity because I don't think most games do not really flatline. They just slowly become obsolete. That's what happens. And what I think they should do is they should take some fucking risks. They should take some fucking risks and they should add in more like just cool content into the game. I would look at it like this. This is the thought experiment that I use to explain how I feel about this. How much better would WoW be if instead of adding a new raid every single tier, they add a raid every other tier, and every tier, every other patch, they don't add a raid. They add in something like the Mage Tower, something like Challenge Mode Dungeons, something like the Class Order Hall questline, something like the Green Fire questline. And if they had been doing this for 5 years, would the game be better than it is now? I think the answer to that is an obvious fucking yes. It is an obvious fucking yes. Or probably worse. Yes, that's exactly what Final Fantasy does. Yes, 100% raid every 2 years. I think that Blizzard and WoW is too reliant around raids. I think that raids are not as big of content as people might believe. I think that there are most people that play WoW that don't give a shit that much about it. Why do I think that? It's because every other MMO doesn't have this. Like, Final Fantasy has raids, but they're not the main focus of the game. I feel like raids are like the pinnacle of WoW, and everything in the patch and everything in the game is catered around the raid. I'm tired of that. And I think that a lot of players are. That's why they stopped playing the game. Because they're making a game for a small amount of people. I think that they've continuously mismanaged this for years. WoW players are more gear chase oriented though. They absolutely are more gear chase oriented, but that doesn't mean that the gear chase has to be in the raid. And also, look how popular the Mage Tower was. Look how popular things like Green Fire were. People are still doing it. People look back on that universally positively, basically. And those are the things that made the game better and that will actually have lasting value. Because one of the biggest issues that WoW has is that what is the value right now that Tomb of Sargeras is adding to the game? 0. It's worthless. What is the value that Uldir is adding to the game? 0. Blizzard's problem is that they add in content to the game, and then that content becomes irrelevant in less than a year. And they just do that over and over and over. So every patch, you're effectively playing the same game with different skins. Jackal, thanks for the 5 good subs. I appreciate that. Torghast, yeah. And it's same as any MMO. No, I don't think so. I think that there are other MMOs. Look at, for example, Lost Ark. Vaulton came out like 2 or 3 years ago, and players are still doing it and enjoying it now because of the way that the game is designed. There is no fundamental about MMOs that means that they have to outdate their content more than twice a year. This is not true. It's structured releases that are better designed. I don't think that it's a good idea that Blizzard focuses too much of their resources on raids at the expense of other content that appeals to a wider audience of people. And I think doing that has led to the game declining. It's led to people feeling like their needs are unmet. And I think that it's been bad for the game as a whole. That's basically what it comes down to. Again, if you could compare the game, if they had spent half the time they did on raids and they invested that time into evergreen content like the Darkmoon Fair, Mage Tower, Green Fire, Class Order Halls, Class Order Hall quests, the class mounts, and they were making this stuff every patch or every other patch for the last 5 years, would there be more and better content in the game right now? And I think the answer obviously is yes. It is obviously fucking yes. So that's the question that I ask people, and that's the question I think Blizzard should ask themselves. So let me read the rest of this. The article continues with further comments from World of Warcraft General Manager John Hyatt regarding the huge demand for Warcraft content. As you're probably aware, folks in Warcraft have a voracious appetite for content. And what we've seen over the last year is we need to increase the amount of content that we can create and the frequency with what we're putting in our players' hands. And I think that's another big reason why they're getting rid of the borrowed power systems. Because the fact is, the borrowed power systems, are like 8 different levels, or 5, or however many different levels of balancing that Blizzard has to do. They're basically creating a situation for themselves where it's harder for them to succeed. Yeah, because like now you have to balance for covenants, you have to balance for fucking talents, you have to balance for PvP talents, you have to balance for gear, you have to balance for legendaries, you have to balance for all of these things. Whereas if you just had a talent tree, you had something that's much more stable that you don't have to continuously change and have like these like weird fucking problems with. So I think this is a really good decision by them, and I'm very happy to see this happen. Yeah, I think this is a really good thing. They canceled the next time expansion comes out. Yeah, there we go. And bottlenecking, well, I think that effectively Blizzard has created a problem for themselves that even the best designers in the world could not solve. Blizzard has created 50 different elements and angles of differentiation that players have to have, and they are expected to design and balance the game with all of these different angles simultaneously not being overpowered but still being good. They effectively have like 40 different classes or 30 different classes because each spec plays like its own class. And on top of that, you have talents, trinkets, covenants, conduits, fucking soulbinds, legendaries, tier sets, I said trinkets, you know, other types of like little set bonuses, procs, enchants, like gems. You have all of this stuff. How the fuck can they ever balance that right? Think about how much wasted effort goes into balancing and micromanaging these systems to interact with each other. How much wasted development time goes into that? It's crazy. Yeah, I can guarantee you it takes them a long time. How can you balance it with that many variables? They can't, and they don't. And they do their best, but that's it. And this is what, let's see here. Yeah, I saw that. This is one of the things that made the decision easy for us to start working with Proletariat, as they have a large remote workforce. I think that's a very good thing, for sure. And this is the guy from Proletariat and what he said about it. Spellbreak was a critical success, and we felt that we really delivered something fresh to the Battle Royale genre. There's a lot of competition in that area where you're competing against some of the biggest names in the world. We just couldn't get the escape velocity needed for us to continue to expand it. As we look to what the new chapter is going to be for Proletariat, this opportunity just meant that we could accelerate what we wanted to do. Being able to work for the World of Warcraft audiences is really awesome, and the level of ambition on where I think both teams want to take Warcraft is incredibly exciting for us. The really exciting part is what we're going to build going forward. The real selling point for us is the level of ambition of what we want to do with Warcraft. That's great. Yeah, that's great. It was cool for a random game. The thing is that WoW does have a problem with like being able to attract. It has a big problem with being able to attract new developers with new ideas. Because the problem with WoW, and this has been an issue for a while, and I think it's less of an issue, but it's still an issue, is that the game is so much of a known entity. It's so much defined. WoW is this, WoW is that, and like there's a very big expectation people have with what they want to get out of World of Warcraft. So a new developer can't go and change the game a lot. They can't go and, you know, have these cool, crazy ideas because they have to do them inside of a bubble, and the bubble is pretty small. So you can see how a creative person or a designer might not want to work on WoW because they're already going into something where they're effectively just maintaining something and keeping up with people's 15-year expectations. Yeah, like Star Wars. Yeah, something like that, sure. And like there's a lot of very long-running, I would say like different types of like IPs that have this happen. Sure, movie reboots is an expectation to meet. Yeah, there you go. So do you guys think this is a good thing or not? The Spellbreak Studio thing. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yes, long-term. Yeah, obviously we talked about this yesterday with like having, you know, hiring a bunch of extra people on. I don't think this is going to immediately make the game come out faster or anything like that. But you have to hire new people eventually, right? And so this is a good decision in general. And yeah, hard to make things worse. I think that's the way a lot of people think with WoW. Is it like right now, I feel like WoW, again, this is what it's doing. It's slowly declining at a very, very slow rate. And if they ever want to change that, and I do think that it's possible to change that to a degree, and at least make more people come back and play the expansions and play the patches, I think that they have to actually try some new things. They have to actually go and, you know, like Legion. Legion, they had a lot of really good ideas. And they had a lot of really bad ideas. And they did all of them. I think that Legion is an example showing what you can do if you have that opportunity. They need to add a Morbius class ASAP? Yeah, sure. Well, they did. It's called Venthyr. It's fine. And so there'll be growing pains, but ultimately nothing they won't be able to deal with from a new hire. Yeah, they're playing it too safe. Yeah, they do need to change shit up and do a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I think this is in general a very good thing. I'm glad about that. We'll see what some people are saying about it on Reddit, and then I'll look at this other video, okay? Spellbreak was asked, though. Devs gave up on it a few months in. It was a broken mess. It was nice visually, though. Great. They'll fit right in. And, wow, this is actually kind of big. Didn't expect this acquisition of this size to happen all of a sudden. According to the article, they're adding roughly 100 members to the WoW team. So they panic hired a team of 100 people that have no experience working on World of Warcraft to help out in the release of Dragonflight that's no more than 6 months away. Well, I think that you have to hire people eventually. But, like, yeah, that's basically what they did. Sure. And what exactly these developers and new employees going to be able to do or change in time that isn't already done? I don't know. And we're going to have to find out. I do think that adding in 100 employees and having most of those employees go to the WoW team, that will substantially change things. It will 100% change things. And so, yeah, let's see this. I didn't know if Spellbreak was a game, but it looked very good visually. Yeah, I think so, too. I never played it myself personally, so I'm not sure. Do you see this as hope for Blizzard and its other IPs? It seemed like they had the best intentions for Diablo 4. Here's the thing. Microsoft would not have bought Blizzard if they didn't plan on making money off of them. And they're not going to make any fucking money if the game sucks. So, they're going to make money. Like, Microsoft is not stupid. They know what they're doing. Yeah, it's more resources to WoW. This is a good thing. Microsoft finalizes next week. Yeah, they're not stupid. This is a big fucking company. Microsoft is tremendous. So, yeah, I've got... do I say I have a lot of faith? I mean, I don't know if I have a lot of faith, but... I mean... I'm at a point now where I think it would be better to try to take risks and risk maybe hurting the game than just let it slowly fade out of relevancy. Like, I think it's better to take risks and actually really try to make it a new game than just let it slowly fade away. I think that sucks. Yeah, it's better to burn out than fade away.